second production log. So this will, I'm using the word so far too often. Again. Okay. Turn this off. Forgot to turn off the speaker that causes a little bit of feedback during my normal stream. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, at the begin, right now I'm thinking at the beginning of each log, I'm going to go through my spiel, my version, and maybe start more planning on either end, because I need to cut it. So one of my notes here is I need to use the mic. I have the mic on my phone. The mic doesn't work with my laptop jack, so I need to record on the mic. Yeah, wait. I believe in God. It's pretty simple that when I put it that way. For a lot of my life, I was a cradle Catholic, public school Catholic. We did catechism after school, and that was about as much as it went. We went to church once a year. When I was in Red Deer last summer, my dad always made sure that he had something planned for Sunday, so I couldn't make it to church when I was expressing that I wanted to go to church. He didn't like church. He'd heard rumors, and he was using that as an excuse for his laziness, I think. This is not important. This is not part of it. That part of that might be relevant, but yeah, I'm a very atheist-minded person. So over the years, I've always been. When I was young, I realized that we did something. I saw a documentary or something. It took far longer in school, and so I started studying outside of school, and I studied everything I could get my hands on. Field after field, I got my knee deep in, and I'd study outside of school. I took my education in my own hands because I realized how slow school was. In high school, once I read the textbook for half an hour at a lunch break because I was thinking about it and I wanted to. It took us 2 weeks to catch up to where I was. That really just cemented it even further. So at this point in my life, it's a habit. I love learning. I study and I read and try to build up my mind. So I've even done a few experiments and done analyses of things myself. Eventually, I got into philosophy, and eventually, even after reading The Origin of Species a few times, I started to see the evolved wisdom of ancient stories. To me, the most competitive, whatever tribes, as the tribes existed, and they told their different versions of the stories, and they had interactions. The stories that led individuals and groups to more success outcompeted the other stories, the other bits of wisdom. That's where they became deified, and you instead of a story about an ancestor, this ancestor becomes a god character. A lot of the stories had to do with the stars. You use stars for navigation, for following the herds, and knowing where you are in the world. So it's about cognitively, it evolved along our actual circuitry for figuring out where we are in the world and recalibrating yourself. There's a huge ancient value in this wisdom, and the tenets that outcompeted the other tenets, the other versions and other strategies that have been tried were outcompeted. So to me, the Bible existed in this form because it's the most competitive version. If a tenet exists versus not existing, or doesn't exist in the Bible, there's a reason for that. The people who followed that version were more competitive than the others. They outcompeted others. So there's a huge fundamental value to the Bible. There's a faith circuit in your mind. That circuit is used to regulate the group. In my opinion, there's a lot of subconscious signaling and data transfer between people. And through the faith circuit, it kind of regulates the group value and need, and it works towards the benefit of the group. It's the God, metaphysical God, that does a little bit of processing in your brain. You transfer that to somebody else, and it does a little bit of a dance and has an impact on your life. So activating that faith circuit to the maximum potential happens when you combine it with the wisdom that we had written down and the strategies that we consciously follow that evolved alongside it. Those two things, they evolved in tandem. They didn't evolve separately, this one working for the group. Of course, the one in your brain is older in some respects, and of course, the one in the books it is extremely old, and the tenets have been put together. There may be some value in reforming and adding different information. And lots of these ideas and wisdom have not had time to interact until recently globally. But for me, I believe in God. You are more competitive when you believe in God. The chaos of the world is so complex. We have this faith circuit to handle it. So to us, it is God. Sure, there is some level of value to be found in analyzing the world and becoming intelligent in other ways, but God exists. Fundamentally, it has power over you. The faith circuit will sacrifice you for the good of the group if it feels that's how to maximize that group's survival. There's, yeah, I'm getting on it. Yeah, this is the idea.